Hey all, Viking Raven again with another metal video. This time we're going to do Metallica versus Megadeth, the debate. I've been getting asked this lately who I think is better, Metallica or Megadeth. So I decided to make a video as I've been reading online about this a lot too. So we all know the history here is Dave was in Metallica, then he got kicked out, and blah, 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 etc., etc., etc. So let's start this off with the classic thrash era. Metallica gave us Kill 'Em All, Ride the Lightning, Master of Puppets, Justice for All. While Megadeth all gave us Killing is My Business, Business is Good, Peace Sells, So Far, and Rust in Peace. So for all these albums here, I have it at 2 each. For Metallica, it's Kill 'Em All and Ride the Lightning. For actually Megadeth, I've got it Rust in Peace and Peace Sells, but Who's Buying? Now, I chose Peace Sells over Master of Puppets as I think overall Peace Sells is the better album. And Master of Puppets, I'm not going to lie to you, to me, some of these songs, they do drag on. And the thing that should not be is just fucking terrible. But that could just be me. Like I said, this is just my opinion. So we have to decide an overall winner here in the classic era. This was very tough. So Dave to me is thrash metal's greatest guitarist. A lot of people also praise Justice for All. It's good, but I find it drags on for some songs. I'm not going to lie for you also. I do find it just drags on. And on and on and on. Now, Ride the Lightning, I consider one of the greatest thrash metal albums of all time. So this is very tough. And hey, what can you say more about Rust in Peace that has not been said? So with all that and how I've just said, like, I hate to say this, but for myself, So Far So Good, So What for me is the most underrated album of all these classic era albums. How, and I will even say to you too, I do like that album more than And Justice for All. So with that being said, I give the classic thrash era nod to Megadeth because of that reason there. Not taking anything away from these Metallica albums as they are fucking classics. There's nothing bad to say about those albums there. So for the thrash era, I give the nod to Megadeth, like I just said. So the next era here was the 90s shit. Metallica, you know what we had here. Self-titled, Load, and Reload. For Megadeth, they gave us a little bit more here. They gave us Countdown, Euthanasia, Cryptic Writings, and Risk. So we all know what happened here with the Sellout and the Black Album here. I'm not going to lie. Given time, I think it is a very good album here, talking about the Black Album here now. You have to be in the right mood and you'll appreciate this album more. You got to realize it's not thrash at this time here. Okay. Load and Reload are just forgettable. You can skip those two fucking albums. I'm not going to lie. Then Megadeth came out with their Black Album, I call it, Countdown to Extinction, which is a very good album, I find also. Very good. A lot of great songs and riffs on that album like crazy. Then they followed up with Euthanasia, which I will say, I like this album here. I am not going to lie. Yes, it's not their classic thrash, whatever. It is pretty underrated, I find, this album here. There's a lot of great riffs on this album here and the solos. Then they came up with Cryptic Writings next. I find this album, it has moments. It's got moments. Risk, well, you can just forget that album there, as it's just fucking shit. Okay, so Risk, Load, Reload, could cross those out. We're left, I find, overall here with what's left right here. So for this edge here, for this nod here, the verdict I give this again to Megadeth because of Countdown and Euthanasia being, which I find, two stronger albums. I think that Metallica only gave me one album, a very good album, I find, in the Black Album. So that was another one for Megadeth. Next up, Metallica gives us, at this era here, these two albums right here. Saint Anger, Death Magnetic. And then that's some kind of monster bullshit. Oh, and like I said, Saint Anger. Well, we all know that is just fucking garbage. Just pure fucking shit. Okay. Death Magnetic came out next year. And I'm not gonna lie. I like this album here. Is it their it's been their best album since the Black Album when this one here came out. It's got some thrash elements on there, which I was happy to see at that time. Now, so that's what Metallica gave us. Then Megadeth gave us these albums right here. The World Needs Another Hero. Well, you know what? Yeah. Fuck. Couple good songs in that one there. The System Has Failed. They went back to more of their heavier roots. They tried on The System Has Failed and United Abominations, which between these two albums here, there's a lot of strong material in those albums there. I am not going to lie. Then we got Endgame. My God. This album here, I love this fucking album here. I think it's just amazing. Just amazing. Like, the opening track, there's This Day It Fight. No, pardon me. This Day We Fight. Wow. With that album there, hands down, I give this nod here to Megadeth again. Just so much great shit from this one here. But I said, Death Magnetic is a strong album also. So now, lots of Megadeth. Then Metallica comes out and gives us the follow-up, which I considered a strong album, and Death Magnetic was Hardwired to Self-Destruct. So how do they follow up a great album? I mean, a good album, Death Magnetic, with Hardwired? Well, they gave us a double album. Why? I don't understand. There's a lot of filler in this album. It would have been a good album if it was a single album. Disc 2 of this album here, if you look, is pretty unforgettable. There's a lot of besides the actually last track and the opening track, you can skip the whole disc. I'm telling you, I just cannot get into that at all. And I don't, like I said, the first track, Confusion, I don't mind it, but what's with that fucking Am I Evil stuff? Please stop that. So, and then after that, we got the latest Metallica album here. I threw the case. Here it is right here. 72 Seasons. What do I say about this album here? It is complete garbage. I'm sorry. I have nothing good to say about this album here. Just like, what the fuck is this thing here, to be honest with you? Like, it's like dad rock or whatever. Just pure garbage. So what do we get from Megadeth? Well, we start off here with 13. We get 13. Like I said, Endgame was a great album. How do they follow up Endgame with 13? Like, I don't understand what the hell was going on here. Like, what happened? There is some decent songs on this album here, not very many. Then we got Super Collider, which, yeah, you can skip that fucking album also too, as it is complete trash also. Then we got Dystopia, which came next, and oh my god. At this time here, there was all these rumors around that the classic era was going to reunite. It never happened. Like I said, Dystopia comes out. And I enjoy this album here a lot. There's more thrash I find on this album here. And like, it was heading more to the heavier side again. Really impressed by this album here. So how do they follow that up by? The Sick, the Dying, and the Dead. Overall, I love this album here also. My God. The thrash moments on this album here, like the heavier thrash songs, are fucking awesome. And there's a mixture of some a Countdown era stuff also. Just so fucking good. Okay, so again, for this era here, I give it to Megadeth again. So overall, how do I overall with the freaking verdict on this thing here for myself? I'm just going to keep this the way it is here. I have to say Metallica they gave us 11 fucking studio albums. 6 I like, the rest I cannot get into. Hardwired has its moments, like I said, so we'll give it 6.5. And there's some complete shit we also have there. Megadeth had more albums out, which I enjoyed, a total of 11. Metallica has given me nothing I've liked since Death Magnetic, where I find the last 2 Megadeth studio albums, I've enjoyed them a lot. So I do enjoy Megadeth more than Metallica. I find the riffs, the guitar work is more complex in Megadeth. You can't beat Dave when he decides to play. Yeah, you know what? He has his faults, as does everyone else. I'm not taking anything away from Metallica's 80s thrash era, as it still is great to this day as it was back then. I still listen to it regularly. I just cannot get into their current stuff and their 90s stuff besides their actually Black album. I find this fucking very, very boring. And 72 Seasons, to me, is just dad rock meets Nickelback. Just cannot get into that album at all. So that's what my opinion was. Overall, I'll take Megadeth over Metallica any day. Nothing bad to say about, like I said, Metallica's thrash era. But Megadeth overall, I know they have released more studio albums, and that will help in my take over Metallica. But a lot of those Metallica albums in the 80s are still untouchable. So I will give this to Megadeth over Metallica for myself. Let me know what you guys think. Who would you pick, Megadeth or Metallica? Tell me the reason why also. Let me know, man. Leave a comment. Hit the subscribe button, please. Keep buying physical metal copies to support the bands. And as always, stay fucking heavy.